All right, everybody, welcome back to Full Circle with Joyce. And in this segment, we want to talk about the ABCs of footwear. And my guest in studio is Esther Wanyoga and Wachoka. Wanjoga. And she's the MD of Feet First. Karibu sana to the show, Esther.
Thank you.
Allow me
very
just
much.
call you Esther.
Sure.
My tongue is a bit heavy today. But Esther, you've actually come bearing gifts. You have become Santa today.
Oh, yes.
Esther has 3 vouchers to give away. And one voucher is worth 5,000 bob. The second one is worth
3,000 shillings.
3,000 shillings. And the third voucher,
2,000 shillings.
2,000 shillings. Very generous of you.
Thank you.
Asante sana for that. That's 10,000 bob worth of prizes here on the show, and you could go and get yourself a beautiful pair of shoes from Feet First. And I'll be letting you know how you can win yourself one of those vouchers in just a moment. But Esther, please tell me about where your love for shoes came from.
All right. Thank you very much, Joyce. Ideally, I did not have a love of shoes up until very late growing up, because I wasn't lucky enough to get shoes that could fit.
Okay.
I have a big size foot, which is actually a size 9, which is 11 US
Okay.
or 43
Yeah.
UK. So I was not very lucky to get shoes. So then I didn't have the craving or the love for shoes like many young girls do.
Right.
Up until I was able to get a solution, and in getting the solution for my problem, then I started appreciating footwear.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the solution?
Getting a source, because then I also discovered that I was not just alone
Yeah.
with a unique shoe fit
Yeah.
in terms of length and width. And so then when I got a solution and I was able to get shoes that could fit me, then I also was able to then have the love for them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tell me about the name Feet First.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, it's Feet First footwear. Footwear definitely is garments that you put on the feet. That is to do with shoes or to socks or insoles, etc. So Feet First actually is from our tagline that says, look and feel good, feet first. You know, a lot of people have profit first, family first. So for us, we believe that the feet are a very important part of your body. They carry all your weight. And so we believe that you should also take care of them first.
Okay.
So that's where the name Feet First came from.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe that should be my question for the audience members today. If you can tell me, at least get it mostly correct, what their tagline is as Feet First, you could win yourself one of the vouchers here today. Remember, we have one for 5,000 bob, another voucher for 3,000 bob, and another one for 2,000 bob, and you could be walking away with that this morning. 111-444-111 is the SMS line. All right, so let's talk about the shoes themselves. And here you've brought us quite a display, quite a selection of different shoes. And we're getting into the festive season, of course. So what is sort of hot right now? What would you say is the trend?
Yeah. Okay, basically right now and throughout a better part of last year and a better part of this year, the sneaker with white bottom or with a heavy bottom has really caught the attention of quite a number of shoe lovers, because it is very versatile, it is comfortable, it's unique, it's different, you know. So that has really caught on. And then there's also the chunky heel. The chunky heel has been there for quite a while.
Yeah,
and
like
up
this
until
one.
now, there's that chunky heel with a very comfortable heel and also the cushioning, very, very comfortable. So that has really taken a fashion direction of its own.
Yeah. So when one is looking for a shoe and one that fits well, because I think many of us have fallen victim to, it looks good, but then you put it on or you try it on in the store and it feels very different than when you then try it on at home, or the day you've decided you're going to wear it, now your toes are crying out for help. What is it that makes a shoe a good fit? What are some of the things we should be looking out for?
Okay, good. Basically, the looks are good, yes. But at least a number of designers now have come to realize and appreciate that on top of looks, comfort is very paramount. And comfort is through the whole experience. So for example, the cushioning, which is what kind of material they are going to put inside the shoe, from the heel, the instep, all the way to the arc, up until your ball joint, the whole experience, because you should feel very comfortable and should feel like you're actually walking on clouds.
Yeah.
So that whole experience should be very well. That is the cushioning. Then the shoe also should be lightweight, because you also don't want to be carrying a heavy log with you. So the shoe should be lightweight. It should also be flexible, such that if, for example, you're running, you're having like your workout, that shoe should not be that. It should be flexible enough so that when you're walking or you're running, it's taking the shape of the activity that you're doing.
Right.
And above that, then we also look at other elements about balance, from the heel all the way to the arc to the toe.
Yeah.
Is there some balance, so that then there's a distribution of your entire weight?
Sure.
When you put on a shoe, it should not pinch you at all. You should have enough room for your toes to wiggle a little bit, and at the back where the heel is, you should be able to even put your little finger, and there's a little space there, so that there's no friction between your skin and the shoe.
Okay.
Yep.
So all those people who say you buy the shoe a little tighter so that ukitembea inapanuka,
more often than not, that does not happen. Yeah. What happens is then you don't love the shoe and you don't even end up putting it on. Yes, you look nice, but what is the effect that is happening to your foot nerves is not very good for you. So you need to feel very comfortable. Yeah, you need to make sure that it doesn't pinch you, and there's enough space for you, breathability even.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, we have a giveaway going on. I have 3 vouchers to give away. One for 5,000 Kenya shillings, another for 3,000 shillings, and a third for 2,000 shillings, courtesy of Feet First. And all I'm asking you to do is just let us know what their tagline is, what their slogan is, and you could stand yourself a chance to win a pair of shoes from Esther's company here. And as we continue with our discussion here today, you had mentioned, even from your own experience, there's the length of the foot, but then there's also the width of the foot. And I think for many, we don't actually pay too much attention to the width, and it's a huge factor as far as comfort is concerned. So it's not just the length that matters.
Sure.
Some people's feet are wider in the front, others are more narrow. Talk to us about that whole width and how that impacts the shoe and its comfort.
Okay. Yeah, so in fact, the reason why we ventured into this business is mainly to fill a gap that was there in the half sizes and in the width. So the width is the distance between your ball and the little finger. That's the widest part of your foot.
Okay.
And we have a gadget at our shop where we use that to measure. And it's very important, because just as much as you also know the size of your clothing, it's important for you to know your width as well as to know the length of your foot. The length is what then comes up with the numbers that you hear. So for example, a size 36 or a size 37, etc. So for my case, I am a 43. That is the length. The width, we have a gadget at the shop. We call it the shoe measuring stick.
Okay.
And the shoe measuring stick is this part. So you position your foot here, from the ball joint up until the little finger, the little toe, and we then are able to ascertain exactly your width.
Okay.
So there are different types of width. So there is the small, then there is the narrow, then there is the medium, which a majority of the people are medium, and then we have the wide.
Okay.
After the wide, we have the wide, and there's also wide.
Wow.
Yes, so there are all those wings, and if you are a narrow and you're a narrow foot and you're putting on a wide shoe, it doesn't fit. And vice versa. If you're 3Ws, yeah, they're rare, yes, but they're there. If you're 3Ws and you're putting on a narrow fit shoe, definitely that's not the kind of shoe that you need to be putting on.
Sure.
Yeah.
So for most people, as you said, they'll fall between the medium or the normal sized width.
Yeah.
At what point is one sort of at the wider foot? Because I feel like that's where a lot of people begin to kind of, it gets really uncomfortable if you don't have the right shoe.
Yeah. Okay, depending on your bone structure. Yeah. And then a lot of African feet, ideally, the bone structure, as opposed to the Asian feet. The Asian feet mainly are very narrow, but the Asian feet, just genetically, between the ball joint and the little toe, the width and the bridge. The bridge is this part of your foot. So between this end until this end, a lot of the African feet is either wide or extra wide.
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to get it measured for you to be able to know, are you a narrow, are you a medium, or are you a wide? Yeah.
Well, shout out to you, Emmeline from Kitale, for watching the show. Sante Sana, you say you always look forward to watching it. I have one boy from Juja who's written in to say the answer is look good on your feet. Okay, thank you for that. You can keep sending in your feedback as well to 111 444 111. And you can also let me know if you were to gift somebody a pair of shoes this Christmas, who would it be and why? I'm going to add that question in as well. So if you answer either of those two questions, you stand a chance to walk away with one of the gift vouchers here today. So let's talk about pricing. Many of us, of course, will always look for a good deal. Then we always hear quality, you know, cheap is expensive. And it's not just expensive in terms of the wear and tear of the shoe, but the safety really of your foot and of your joints as well. That's something to take into consideration, because you're placing all of your body weight on your feet and on your ankles. So talk to us about that. Do good shoes have to be very expensive?
Expensive is relative, but what I could say is that there are some very basic shoes that you should invest in. Yeah, and they definitely maybe would range between 5,000 thereabout.
Okay.
Basic, the black basic shoe, a nice sneaker, a nice boot, basic at least. The rest maybe would be then non-essentials or just extra.
Okay.
But between 5,000 and thereabout, a good, well done, cushioned, proper leather, good finishing, good insole, outsole should be able to average between 5,000 to 6,000. At least the ones that we carry.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Very quickly, let's go through some of the shoes that you have here, and also the care of the shoes. I see you brought some tools as well. But walk us through what we have here, and where you would say people can be able to rock these shoes.
Yeah. So basically, I think I would touch on, this is a blue, it's navy blue. We carry it in black as well. This would be a very comfortable shoe for business wear. It's very well properly cushioned. In fact, if you put your finger in here, it feels extremely comfortable. So this is a very nice everyday wear.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be worn at work. It can also be worn maybe for a business meeting or any other function. Then we have the sneakers. These are Ryker sneakers. These are walking specifically, because then they are different. There's walking, running, and etc. And for these Ryker shoes, they come very well cushioned as well. They can, we have different types, because we also have the hydro that can be used for sportswear.
Okay.
And then there's the running, the walking, and every other day leisure.
Sure.
Then there's the flat. At least everyone should at least invest in a flat pair of shoe that you can put on in the house, or even when you're just at your free time. It also has a very nice grip, so that you don't have to slide when you come into contact with any slippery surface.
Okay.
It's just a very light slip on. This is very trendy and has continued to be. There is an the white bottoms.
Yeah.
The finishing is also very well done, and the cushioning and also the lace. It's a very beautiful navy blue type. For our men, because we also have men who have the extreme big sizes.
Right.
Yes, and we are the ones that carry the extreme big sizes in this market.
Okay.
This is one of our biggest shoe size.
Wow.
Yes.
What size
And
is that?
this is actually a size 15. 15 for men. Yeah. And for them to get a classic shoe is pretty difficult. That's why we are in the market to cater for them.
Okay.
And this is still not the biggest. There's up to size 17.
Wow.
You know? And this in the width is also pretty wide. But most of these people are also a little bit built. Either they could be tall or not necessarily the bone structure, just the way we are just born. So this is
very well made. I mean, look at the undersole.
Yes, it is very well made.
It's you can see the sole right here. Very good grip. How much is a shoe like this one?
This one will go for around 12,000 shillings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. So
And-
and the color is very interesting too.
Yes.
You can give them some pop of color as well.
Yes. They are pop of color because then again, it's rare for them to find. So getting something a little bit stylish with a different color tone
Okay.
is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, for a classic shoe like that, it would be hard to come across
Yeah.
any at that price point. I see you also have some ankle boots as well.
Yes, then the ankle boot, it's also important to invest in one very good pair of ankle boots. It can also be a full boot, but for us today here, I can showcase this. This particular pattern is actually in fashion now. You can see the snake print finish, and then there's also this a mixture of this coloration and the black sole, and this is very, very, very well done and very comfortable. This is a Franco Sato.
All right. Wow.
Yep.
So in terms of caring for shoes then, of course, if you're going to make this investment, you want it to last as long as possible.
Yeah.
What are the best ways to care for our shoes?
All right, it's important for you to also invest in good shoe care product. And first and foremost, what you should never do is put your shoes in the direct sun, because the direct sun has a bad effect on leather especially, and it tends to really dry. It's just like your skin. You know, you need the skincare product. So for the shoes as well, so we have very good shoe shine as well as liquid shoe polish, which we then also carry in our shops. They come in different colors for the black shoe, for the neutral shoe. It has a sponge here, and then you just press and you walk around with it on your shoe. So once the shoe, for example, if it has some dust, you need to make sure that you remove the dust. You can either use a wet cloth or you can use a brush. Once you do that, then there is the shoe cream. We also carry some shoe creams with us. This is a neutral shoe cream from the Woods brand. And then you can then use the shine. There are also different polishes as well, which are also available. And to finish it off, you have the shoe shine here. This one you can also carry with your purse or any, it's a neutral. So it can go with any shoe, where you just make sure that
any shoe, even
any shoe. It's for as long as it's neutral, because they also come in different. So for example, this is neutral. Yeah.
All right. Wow. Well, thank you very much for coming onto the show, Esther, and just showing us a bit of what's out there. And for those who have slightly larger feet, that they don't have to, be as worried about not being able to find something. Someone is actually out here providing some solutions for you. And with that said, I do need to announce my winners. I think Stacy, your number starts with 0791, ends with 179. We're gonna gift you the voucher for 5,000 shillings. You say you want to give it to your sister. I hope you're actually going to give it to your sister. But thank you very much for watching. I also have Kanana from South Sea. You say the tagline is "Look great, feel great." Actually, sorry, Kanana, you get the 5,000 shilling voucher, because that was the question. So your number starts with 0711, ends with 351. Kanana from South Sea, you get the 5,000 shilling voucher. Stacy, you get the 3,000 shilling voucher. And anybody else, we're going to have to do it after the break. Our producers will be in touch. But thank you so much once again, Esther, for coming onto the show. Where's your shop and how can people find you?
Yes, thank you very much. We are at the Two Rivers on the ground floor, and we're also at Garden City on the first floor, and Nyali Center in Mombasa.
Wow.
We're also online. You can find out us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are Feet First Footwear.
Great.
Yes.
Asante sana for your
Thank
time and
you.
for your company. I do appreciate you. And with that said, guys, we're going to take a break now. As we get ready for our final segment of the day, we're going to be talking about award-winning Kenyan documentary, The Letter. 111 444 111 is the SMS line, and I'll be back after this.